Yeah, now it's live.
Oh, what happened? No, it's not live. Live. Oh,
Yeah, it's live.
we're live. Hey, everyone. Okay, there's no viewers right now, Eric.
Okay.
But anyway, so let's start. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel and my first show. This is a new kind of show. Today, I'm receiving my friend, my moderator. He's an awesome guitar player. He has a very good and instructive YouTube channel. I present to all of you my friend Eric, or known as Dutch Guitar Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we have 4 viewers, Eric. You wanted to know?
Okay.
We have 4 viewers right now.
Great.
And I'll just activate the comments. So if someone posts a comment, I will see it. So thanks everyone to joining us today. Thanks, Eric. And cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Nice to be here.
So we have Scott. Thanks, Scott. Welcome aboard. We have Sunrise. Good evening. And we have my friend Simon. Hey, this is great, Simon. Nice seeing you on the show. So, Eric, let's jump right in the topic today. And let's be closer. This is better like this.
Yeah, that's better.
And the guitar. Why the guitar?
Well, why the guitar? My father always played guitar. Well, in his younger years, he played guitar. So there was an acoustic guitar in our house. I have it here. It's a very special guitar to me because that's where I learned my first chords on. And a friend of I in my school days, I met a friend at school, and I went to his house and he played guitar, and I thought it was wonderful. So I said to myself, I want to play guitar. And then I asked my dad, and he gave me this guitar to jam a bit on, but it's acoustic. It's a horrible guitar to play, really. So I really wanted an electric guitar, and he said, okay, I'm going to give you an electric guitar for your birthday. And he gave me, well, a piece of wood with everything bolted on top of the wood. But that was my first electric guitar, and the thing that I started with was George Benson, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Because my friend, he was more of a R&B soul guy, so he introduced me to George Benson, and that's how I started really with George Benson music. Breezing, the album Breezing.
Okay. And how did you get into rock music or blues music or?
Yeah, okay. So I was going to high school, and there were some guys who there was a guy, a biker, I remember him very well, and he it was in my class, and he got the word somehow that I play guitar.
Okay.
And he said to me, do you know Jimi Hendrix? And I said, well, I know the name, but I never heard of it, dived into it. So he gave me a cassette tape, old cassette tape. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. This is in Rotterdam, actually, this photo.
Oh.
And he gave me the tape. I listened to it, and that was it.
That was it.
Be rock.
Okay. Yeah. So it was, let's say, one of your early influences.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
And after that, you get Jimi Hendrix, you get rock, you get hard rock, and then it's you listen to all kinds of stuff. But in the beginning, it's really first George Benson, then Jimi Hendrix, and from there it was really rock. I did a few rock bands, hard rock bands.
Oh, let's show that picture. Awesome picture.
Yeah, this is my second band, actually. First, I was in another band that was 2 guitar players, and that was kind of mainstream hard rock. This band was, I was very much into Van Halen and Steve Vai stuff, and this is from that era, from that period of music.
Sorry to interrupt you. I want to know something about that guitar. It looks super nice. I love this is my favorite kind of pickup combination, you know, a bridge humbucker with a single coil in the neck. So talk to me about it.
Okay, so this was my first real good guitar, so to speak. It's an Ibanez. I don't recall which type it is, but it's an Ibanez.
Okay.
And it was just a HSS, so there was a humbucker and two single coils. I took the middle single coil out. I put a piece of cardboard over it, over the opening. And my mother at the time had a shop with leather clothing, and she made all the leather clothing herself.
Wow!
All the leftover pieces I put on my guitar, and I got the idea from Warren de Martini from Red. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know Red. I was a huge fan back then. Yeah.
Okay, so he had a guitar like this with real snakeskin on it, and that's how this guitar was born, really.
Wow, this is cool. And how come a guy like you that was into Van Halen, Steve Vai, and everything goes from, you know, to Michael Lando?
Yeah, well, let me tell you in short my whole music span. So I started in the hard rock. From there I went to instrumental rock trio. We did covers of Satriani and Vai songs, and that was a band. That was my first really professional band, so to speak. And it was really in that time that instrumental music, guitar music, was really hot.
Yeah.
But after a while, it died out, you know. And last show we played for 3 people in the audience, and then we said, okay, this is it. We're gonna quit.
Oh yeah.
And from there, I went to a fusion band with my brother who plays bass, and then from there I did a few jazz soul funky bands. And actually, I stopped playing for 3 years because of.
That was one of my questions. You did stop playing, okay? Why?
I was really busy with work, and I was in a band, and we had already gone to 2 singers, and we had another singer coming, and because we did 1 year with one singer, another year with another singer, because she had to do she went pregnant, and then another singer, and for the 3rd time I said, I'm not gonna learn all this shit again and go through the whole process of rehearsing. And I was really busy with work, so I said, okay, then I'm not gonna play. And I didn't really play, not at home even. So
no, you really quit?
Yeah, I did nothing at home. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
And then after a year, 3 years, my brother was in a band, and he said, we need a guitar player. Are you interested? And okay, I said, okay, well, let's try this. And then from then I got back into it, and that was a neo soul band, so incognito style.
Okay.
And that didn't work for me, but I learned a lot of things there. And from there it went to more fusion rock, and then it was Landau, my main influence for the last 6-7 years.
Oh, awesome. And so after that, let's say break, 3 years break, you never stopped that. You never stopped after it. You know, you kept practicing.
Yeah.
And very interesting. Very, very interesting. And right now, I bet you have a band right now. Oh, cheers. My turn also.
Cheers. Yeah, I have a band. I actually had 2 bands, the Blue Miles and the Blue Nuts. The Blue Miles is a Michael Landau trio.
Yeah.
And the Blue Nuts is the same band, but with a singer and other repertoire. So with the Blue Nuts, because the Michael Landau stuff, it's really difficult to play with that music. So we got a singer, and that's really a classic rock band. You know, old.
I saw a few of your videos online, and you're great, guys. Your singer is great. The band is tight. Yeah. So let's move to what we all like here. I wanted to know a little of your guitar background, but let's move to gear.
Yeah.
So let me show our audience. Hey, we have 10 viewers right now. You were curious? Okay. We have 10 viewers. So let's get back to showing the screen. So this is your gear. This is your music room.
Yeah, this is my music room and my recording studio for my YouTube channel. And this is really all of the current gear I use at this moment. Yes. Yeah.
We have someone that says cheers, by the way. So
okay, cheers.
Cheers,
boy.
Okay, go. Let's go back to your music studio.
Yeah. What you see here is all my guitars, but 2 acoustics which are hanging on the wall, and another electric guitar that's hanging in our room, a TV room. But well, this is the gear I really play. All of these guitars, yeah, I pretty much play them every week once.
Am I wrong, or you're a Strat lover?
That's an understatement. Yeah, I'm a Strat lover. I tell you something.
Yeah.
I've tried a Telecaster 2 times actually. I have had a Les Paul, you know it, the vintage Les Paul I had for a few weeks, but it's just I can only play it with the Strat. That's
all right.
My guitar, the Strat.
Cool, super cool. And let's just go quickly. You have a Boss Katana. We'll get back on this one. Yeah. You have that cab here, which is?
There's a blue guitar cab.
Okay, a blue guitar cab. And this one is?
What? This one?
Oh, you don't. Sorry, you don't see my pointer. No, the one underneath the blue guitar cab. What is it?
An old Laney combo which I turned into a cabinet.
Oh, nice.
There's a Celestion V-type in there. And I can use that with the blue guitar amp one or with the Katana also.
Okay, cool. And among those 6 guitars, do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I have. Can you guess it?
The pink one.
Yeah. Yeah, the pink one is my favorite guitar. It's built by Kaufman Guitars here in Holland, and it's also special to me. You know, not many people know it, but I was very sick in 2016. I had cancer, and I had a Sunburst Strat at the time. And when I got out of chemotherapy, I said I want a guitar now to celebrate this moment in my life. You know? And so I got this pink guitar. He had all kinds of different colors, and because pink is not my favorite color for a guitar, but
I love it. Yeah,
I get good comments on it, but it's the guitar that spoke to me the most. I think if you go buy a guitar and you try 10 guitars, there's always one who speaks to you the most.
Exactly.
With this guitar, and so I said to myself, okay, it's pink, but it sounds great and it feels. That's the most important thing. It feels great.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, and on the headstock you don't see it in this picture, but there's also a little purple ribbon on it to celebrate my recovering. So
okay, cool. And this is your pedal board?
Yeah, that's my pedal board in the current state. I took this photo yesterday to show it here. Yeah, I can do everything with this pedal board. You know, it's the blue guitar amp one. People don't know it, but that's a 100-watt Marshall style amp. So I put this thing on the ground, guitar in, plug it into a speaker cap, and I'm ready to go.
Awesome.
And it sounds amazing. It sounds really amazing. And with the Boss MS3, the effect processor in front, I can do anything from blues to Jimi Hendrix to classic rock to ragtones. Everything is in there. It's really
cool. Very, very good. And do you use the drives inside the Boss unit, or only the modulations or the effects?
Only the modulations, the delays, the reverbs, and the compressors. Compressors are used.
Okay, good. I'm curious while we talk about this, the YouTube channel. How did your YouTube channels? I'm curious.
How did it start?
How did it start? Because I love it. You do a great job. I would say your demos are always made in a similar way. You know, you play well. You have a good concept behind it. So how did it start?
Well, so that also started when I was recovering from the sickness I had.
Okay.
I decided I was working 5 days a week, and after that sickness, I said, okay, I really want to enjoy more of life.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working 4 days, cutting down 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
And well, my wife actually said to me, "You like pedals? Why don't you do something with pedals?"
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
And then I said to myself, "Okay, well, this may be a good thing to do. I have 1 day extra in the week for music.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try and build a YouTube channel." And as you start, well, you might know it because you have a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, I do.
In the beginning, you think, "Oh, I'm gonna get big," but it's really tough.
On my side, I never thought I would get big through my YouTube. I'm even surprised to have like over 1,000 subscribers right now. I'm like, but I'm doing this for fun. But keep on. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's fun for me too because I have work. I have a normal job, a day job. So, but I have just a passion for guitar and especially for gear. So I wanted to do something with it, and with doing that, it's also forces me to play each day actually, because you're always busy with something, checking out gear and checking out different settings on gear. So.
Or managing a huge group, you spend most of your practice time in front of Facebook and checking stuff. I know.
Yeah.
So this is cool. Hey, while you take a sip, we have Sean here that just says, "Hey guys." Hey. We have Jamster Boy here. Hey guys. Also, we have Michael. Hey Michael, I don't know if you're still online. You're the guy with you even have more katana than I do. So Michael, I salute you. We have here Dave.
How many?
Dave.
Dave, that's a friend of mine. That's the guy we were going to actually when visiting the USA, which was cancelled because of the coronavirus.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we salute you, Dave. So, and how the katana on your side? How did it happen? How did you discover it?
Well, let me think. Before the katana, I had a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, and first the thing is damn heavy, like any other tube combo, because the transformer for a tube amp are ridiculously heavy. So it was heavy, and the thing I noticed with a real tube amp, or at least with the Hot Rod Deluxe, is that it's very inconsistent. One day it sounds great, and the next day it sounds like crap. And that's because I think because of tubes, it's very organic. So you also have that inconsistency with the sound. And before that, before my break, so to say, I had a break for 3 years. I played almost 15 years on a Flagstone 3 from line 6.
Oh, really?
You know that,
okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw my post a few weeks, maybe a few months ago, but I used to have a line 6 pod forum from let's say 1998 to about 2005. We were talking mostly about the pod, but we had like many discussion about other line 6 products also. So so I know the amp. I played it a few times back then, but I'm surprised you played that amps for so long. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I always get good comments on my sound. I always do with whatever gear I play, but I know the Line 6 stuff really get a bad rap in the years.
Yeah, I
mostly,
remember.
mostly it's true.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think mostly it's true, but they made some good products also, and people tend to forget that.
Hmm.
And the lines, the Flagstone 3, for me, it was ideal. It had a stereo power amp, so I took the amp and the cabinet along, and I had the stereo setup. I always played stereo, which is great, with great sound.
And I bet you sounded great. You know, most of the, I always say, I believe that most of the sound comes from the player, you know, not from
Yeah,
the
that's
gear
true.
itself. So,
Yeah.
And you have seen all of my pictures about my mini music room, and right now I'm not in that music room because it's I had to move but I have many amps, and whatever amps I plug in, you know, I always
Yeah.
sound the same. So
Yeah, that's the same for me. And of course, gear is great, and I love gear, and I love dabbling with all different kinds of gears. But essentially, it comes to the player. That's true.
yeah.
I
I,
honestly can say that, especially in the last years, I have developed. I don't know how to say it. A gift to always sound good, whichever instrument I play. If it's a
this is my
choir from $100 or a guitar from $2,000, and that's how you can create sound with your fingers, with your how you treat the guitar.
$200 guitar here.
Yeah,
I sound the same on this one than on my most expensive one. So you
yeah,
know, it
yeah. Doesn't matter. But
doesn't matter.
to get back to the question,
Yeah. Back to the katana.
yeah. So after the Hot Rod Deluxe, I was fed up with the inconsistency, and a friend of mine had Tom Veldhuizen. He's in our group too. He had the katana a few weeks before me, and he said, "You have to hear this thing." So I go to his house and I try the thing, and yeah, I was sold because it's really good. And for that kind of money, it's the best amp ever, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And it's, well, I know I may receive bad comments, but whatever. It's kind of like any other amp, you know. It's not that complicated to get a good sound out of it.
No,
You
no,
plug into it,
really,
you
really.
twist the knobs, and
Yeah,
it.
true.
They should try my Mini Mark V upstairs. It's kind of tricky at first, you know. You play. There's so many buttons on that amp, so you're always like trying. And did you ever play a Mesa Boogie amp?
Yeah, I had two Mesa Boogies. I had the DC5. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's a big combo, really big. And
Yeah, very heavy.
yeah, it was really heavy. I played it with a 4x12 cab. Well, that sounded great, really great. And I had, I always forget the types. Just a standard with the equalizer thing and 2 channels or 3 channels. And well, Mesa Boogie sounds great.
Yeah, they sound great, but the EQ is kind of tricky, you know,
Yeah.
when you start playing with them, and sometimes the bass will interact with the mid or whatever, or the gain, and and the Mark V, there's an EQ, a 5-band EQ built into it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the first time I played in that, and I was like, what the, you know, I was like, I was sounding so bad. And then you start tweaking little things, and you learn, and you read the manual. Boogie, as they have their manual is kind of thick for an amp, but you go through it and they give you advice, and you try their advice, and you're like, oh wow, that amp sounds good. So hey, I'll just stop. We have John here from, he says we have Richard. I know Richard. He's in our group.
Yeah, I know.
Michael is having fun. He says he'll stay until the end. Cool. Okay, thanks, Michael. We have APM here. And and Richard just said, I love having 2 Cat 50 in stereo. Oh, sounds great. Yeah.
In stereo,
cool.
Should sound great. Yeah.
So I think Boss did a very good job with that. And I'm going to try to have one of their guy in one of my show. I want to know the story behind the amp. That would be fun to get, some history, because right now I don't think there's not yet a real competitor out there. They still have.
No, I think the things that come close are the Fender Mustang series. but well, they're bad. They're
And
bad. They're really bad.
and which one that went out? I think late last year. Is it
Black Star?
the one from Black Star?
Yeah,
I reached one of their marketing guy.
yeah,
He replied to me. I showed him the forum. I said, "Hey, we have 20,000. Back then
yeah.
I think we had 10,000 members, whatever." And I said, "Hey, I want to try your amp. Send me one. I will compare it to the Katana." And he
Yeah.
never wanted to. I don't know if he's listening, but if this guy is listening, you missed a nice opportunity. Anyway, so let's go back to gear.
Yeah.
In one of the pictures you sent me, we'll share the screen. Okay. You told me this is your favorite pedal or favorite. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's
why?
Okay, this Maxon SD9.
Yeah.
It's used by, of course, Michael Landau and by Scott Henderson. Those are the two big players who play this pedal. And well, it has a special kind of distortion sound that's really, I don't know, it's really dynamic, so to speak. It's called the dynamic distortion. So yeah, it might be true. But well, the Landau sound and the Scott Henderson sound is really in this pedal. So if you want to get anywhere near that sound, it's difficult to play that sound because, like you said, it comes from the player. But to get anyway near the ballpark of that sound, you need this pedal, I think. And this is actually, you see it on the side. I met Michael in 2016, just after my recovery. And then I took the pedal along with me to Germany, where he did a show, and I got to meet him. And then he signed this pedal. So this this particular pedal is always special to me. I sent you a picture also where he signs the actual pedal.
Yeah. We'll show it later. So we'll talk about you meeting that guy. Yeah, cool.
This is my favorite distortion pedal.
And was it on your pedal board? I don't remember.
Yeah. Show the picture.
Oh yeah. Here.
Yeah, and it's really dynamic. You can go from clean to fuzz with the guitar volume, just like a good tube amp.
Okay, and is this it's a distortion? It's not like, because of the color, it's not a tube screamer.
No, well, it's derived from a tube screamer, but it's like a tube screamer with more gain and less mids.
Okay.
The tube screamer is really mid high, but this pedal retains the character of the guitar, so the bass and the treble are much more in balance than with the tube screamer.
Cool. And so right now, if we go back to your pedal board, you're quite happy with what you have. If you know.
Yeah. Well, I like I told you, I can do anything with it, and a lot of the pedals here are coming from the Landau inspiration, the Voodoo 1, the Arion stereo chorus for the Leslie sounds, and the Maxon. Yeah, that's really comes from the inspiration of Michael Landau.
And if I'm not wrong, you see the mouse now. Oh, this is cool. I'm learning to use the software at the same time. This is my first show, so now you see the mouse. So this is the latest one you added to your board, if I'm correct.
True. Yeah, I needed a fuzz. I always loved the fuzz sound. I had a few. I had a Jimi Hendrix from Dunlop, the mini fuzz face. I had 3 different octo fuzzes, but the octo fuzz, I love the sound, but well, I get to play it 2 seconds in a show, and so maybe there will be another octo fuzz, but just a straight good silicon fuzz sounds. Yeah, this pedal is really good. And as you can see, if we can talk about this pedal a bit, it has 3 knobs. You have a normal fuzz face has only gain and volume, so to speak. But this also had a mid knob, and it really can pronounce the guitar in a mix. Because with a standard fuzz face, the guitar tends to go down in the mix. And with a mid knob, you really can get a good mix, a good balance in the mix.
Okay, cool. And one of my question was kind of, well, it's funny. Let me go back to your to your to your gear, your full family of guitars.
Yeah.
I had a question, and the answer will be very easy for you. It was, if you only have two choices, Les Paul or Strat.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Yeah, that's too easy. But is there a reason why you don't like Les Pauls?
Yeah, there is actually. It's the form.
The form. Okay.
Yeah, the shape of the guitar. I need a belly cut, and of course, Les Paul has a well, it has a belly cut or not? I don't do.
No, it doesn't. Let me pick.
Oh no, okay. So it's straight, you know. So it's when I play a Les Paul or a Telecaster, it's always poking me in the ribs here. So I just can't play with the form. And Les Paul, I'm sorry, but the balance of the Les Paul is way off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I find the Strat is imbalanced for me. You know, when I
must be depending on your body, your the way you know. I understand. I understand. Okay.
So that's why no Les Paul, but the Strat.
And a good comment here from John. He said that's a really cool pedal board. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's move on to my other question. Whoops. Yeah. So we are guitar players. We are always lusting for something new, a new piece of gear. And this is your dream guitar. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And why? Just
that's Michael Landau. 57 closet Strat.
Well, so I sorry to stop you, but we do get influenced by our influence. You know, you're a fan of Michael Landau. I'm a fan of John Petrucci, and you know, I got one. You know, so okay, it's interesting. So go ahead. So why this one?
Yeah, it's a beautiful guitar, and that's why I got. If you go back to my family picture, so
let's go back to it.
That black Strat, the humbucker with the black humbucker.
Yeah, this one.
That one, yes. That's my Michael Landau tribute guitar. It's exactly the same as he had in 2007, 2008 tour.
Oops, sorry.
And to have that is another era from Michael Landau, and the blues Landau. So that's what he is now, more blues player. That white guitar really goes with that era, and I really would like to have that guitar, but it's really expensive.
It's an expensive one, this is the first time I see that Stratocaster. So okay,
$7,000.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So let's move to your dream amp. Why this model?
Okay, this is the amp. Yeah, it's a Michael Landau amp. It's the custom audio amplifiers OD100 Michael Landau Plus. It's a special version for him, and this amp can do anything. The clean channel is a Fender Blackface channel, and the drive channel is a Marshall Plexi channel, so to speak.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really good. It has boost on both sides, and it sounds great. And this is the amp Michael used in the same era as that black Strat, the 2000 until 2008, 2010.
Have you ever played one?
No.
No.
I want to compare it with I'm trying to do a video on it, comparing this with the Blue Guitar Amp 1, because the Blue Guitar Amp 1 kind of does the same thing. It has a Fender clean channel and a Marshall drive channel. So I really want to do a comparison, but I know nobody who has this amp here in Holland.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if we go back to the Blue Guitar, I think you're more and more involved with the company. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's true. I got this thing end of last year.
Yeah.
And
this here.
That thing. I'm remembering how I'm always looking for good gear, you know, and this thing I actually bought it from a friend of mine, so it was used, and it is I bought it at half price of the shop price. So, and it's really it's like brand new. So I go to his house. He let me hear some sounds, and I was sold. And especially when I played it myself, because the katana sounds great. You can get really great sounds of it, but the feel of the amp is just
understood.
better.
Understood. Yeah.
And I can't think, it's really difficult to explain, because the sounds, you can create the same sound with the katana, but the feel, you can't create the feel of the amp.
Yeah, I'm the same. I love my katanas. I have a few. They are great amp, but they are not the be all and all amps, you know. But they do a good job. They are very affordable. It's, you know, I wish I could have got this many years ago at a very good amp at that price point. It's awesome. I have nothing bad to say about them, but there are still very good amps out there, and I have never played one of those, but I must confess, since I saw a few of your videos with this amp, I want to try one out.
That sounds really good. I really would recommend you to try it out. I had hoped you tried it out at NAMM, because Thomas was there with this.
Yeah, and each time I tried to stop by his booth, the booth was so crowded and the guy was busy. So instead of, you know, I just let him do his work, you know.
Yeah, he's a really busy man. Even I've talked to him a few times, because after I bought this amp, I became a member of the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And
cool.
I saw a few comments that were not appropriate, and some spam in the group. So I was looking who's moderating this group. So I checked the members, and there's only one, and that's Thomas himself.
Oh, okay.
And so I was thinking, this guy is really busy. He's designing. Is really busy with the new amp. He's designing. He's playing. He's recording. He's really busy. He has no time to moderate this group. So I sent him a message. I said, Thomas, I like the amp. I love what you do. Would you like me to handle the group? And he said, yes.
Awesome.
So,
awesome. This is great.
So this is how I'm involved with the Blue Guitar. I'm not part of the company. I just help Thomas a bit with the group, so to speak.
All right, and it's great. It's great to be involved with those people, and I bet he's very passionate about it. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a great guy, actually. Yeah, really. I've talked to him a few times when he's not too busy.
Yeah.
And he's just an awesome guy, and he knows what he wants. And luckily, a lot of guitar players want the same thing.
Oh, cool, cool. So let's say you can go back in time and meet a young Eric, just, you know, starting playing guitar or whatever. Any advice you would tell him?
Oh, that's difficult. Let me think about that.
Okay.
What would I say? Yeah, study. I have wasted too much time with not really studying, but noodling around, so to speak.
Exactly.
But really studying, like things like alternate picking, I can't do anything of that. It's what I play is always how I manage to play it. You know, I don't have a really structure for that.
Okay, understood.
But I think really practicing and really studying different kind of things on the guitar is the best way to learn.
Yeah, I would say to myself the same thing. I remember when I started, it was more noodling, learning riffs, but never learning the whole song, you know, only learning bits and pieces. And I remember when I got my 4-track recorder, I would spend all my time only recording stuff, you know, instead of practicing. I would record, you know, at that time you didn't have what we have, a looper pedal. So I would do, I would record a riff, then practice over that riff over and over. So I was not really practicing. So I understand. Any gear you sold at one point that you regret?
Too many. I wish I had that snakeskin guitar, not because it was a really great guitar, but just a cool item I had in my guitar career. I had also this might surprise you, because I not always played a Strat. I started I think before the Ibanez, the snakeskin Ibanez. I had a black Les Paul. I don't know which brand, and somebody painted Eddie from Iron Maiden on the front. It was really done well. I was back in that day into hard rock, Iron Maiden, Europe, that kind of stuff. And I wish I still had that guitar because it looked wonderful.
You're stuck on a desert island. There's a piece of gear you need. What is that secret piece of gear? Whatever. What do you need to survive?
Well,
except your guitar, you know, but maybe a pedal or something you need.
Well, if I would be stuck on an island and with a guitar and only one piece of gear, then I would take the katana. Because everything is in there.
makes sense. Yeah. And no tube to worry about, you know, you just need to plug. That makes sense. Clean or crunch? Are you a clean guy, or you need some dirt? There's no in between. Clean or kind of.
Okay, then it's crunch. Yeah,
I bet. Well, I always like to have like a little crunch, and you can roll the volume. If you have a problem, you can roll and get clean. Did you see we're all in confinement right now, or most of the planet is on confinement, but did you see a show lately before we got stuck at home? No?
The last show I saw was Steve Gadd, I think, with Michael Landau here in Holland, and that's 2017, I think. I don't go to shows that much. I wanted to see Robin Ford, but I think that show was cancelled. He's gonna play in a few days, I think. Matt Schofield, I wanted to see him, but that show is also cancelled, I think. And well, that's about it.
We have two huge show in Montreal in let's say June and July. We have the jazz festival, and we have another one that's more related to French music. They call it Francophonie, and everything has been canceled. They canceled everything. So for this year, this is sad.
Yeah.
Are you more of a lyrics kind of guy or more of a music kind? What do you prefer when you listen to music? Your music, or you're more into lyrics?
No. Well, okay. I say music because I'm a guitar player. Let me think. If I really think about it, when I hear some good lyrics, that can really move me too.
Okay, cool.
Especially if you're a singer, I think a singer has the most powerful instrument ever, because you have two things really. You have the voice to make tones and to make notes, but also the power of the words you use.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe it's because I'm a guitar player and I mostly started listening when I was younger. I was, could not understand English. So when I started listening to rock music, I was more into the, let's say, the way the music sounded, rather than the lyrics themselves. Yeah. And my parents were more into classical music, so my background has always mostly been instrumental music. So this is why I prefer music to lyrics. But that's interesting. I like your point of view.
I'm if I have to choose, I choose instrumental, because I listen to instrumental music a lot. Landau does a lot of instrumental music. In my days with the Vayan Satriani stuff, it was instrumental, jazz fusion, a lot of instrumental. So that's foremost. But if I think about when I hear some good lyrics, that can really do something to me emotionally.
Cool. I had a bunch of let me show that picture. And I bet you were kind of a you said you met Landau.
Yeah.
This is where he signed your pedal.
Yeah, this is where he signed my pedal. It was in Germany. It was in 2016, September.
Yeah.
And it was just after I finished my chemotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was really sick here. I had a fever,
Mm-hmm.
but this was the only chance to see him in his trio, because I saw him a few times with Steve Gadd, but
Okay.
not his own trio. And this was one show in Germany where he played with his trio,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to see that so bad. So me and two of my friends, we decided to go. And my friend actually had some contact with Michael, and that
Oh, really?
back in the days, yeah, because he makes flight cases,
Okay.
and
Cool.
Michael Landau contacted him if he could arrange
Yeah.
flight cases for his amps,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
also arrange the amps for the tours in Europe. That was in 2010, I believe.
Cool.
So he knows Michael a little bit,
Yeah.
and Michael said to him, "You can join the sound check if we want."
Oh,
So we
awesome.
went, yeah. So we went to the sound check, and here I took the SD9, the pedal, and he signed it for me. Then this is a nice story to tell.
Wow.
We see the show, and during the show I was getting more and more sick. So I was really exhausted, and after the show, Michael always goes to the front of the lobby and signs CD and talk to people,
This is cool.
Yeah. So when the show was finished, I go sit way back in the back of the lobby, and my friends go see Michael and talk to him, and they buy CD or T-shirt. I don't remember what. And my friend says to Michael, "Do you see that guy over there?" So he points at me. He says he wanted to see you so bad, but he's really sick. Maybe you want to go and say hi to him. And Michael immediately comes to me,
Wow.
and he shakes my hand and he says, "Hey man, how are you?" And he made some small talk. He said some nice comment about my coat. I have the same coat, just to just to make conversation, so to speak. But that's a really for me a really great experience to
And
meet
you
him
know
like
what?
that.
It probably helped you go through those hard times right back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You know,
yeah.
this is a touching moment in my show. I love it.
Yeah,
This is cool. This is
yeah,
cool. Thanks for sharing that. This
yeah.
is awesome.
That's
Have
awesome.
you met him after that?
No,
That
I don't
never,
have,
never.
but that's something which I'm working on right now, because I'm part of the Michael Landau fan group
Yeah.
on Facebook, and now every day people asking, how does Michael work this gear? How does he use this? What pedal he uses here? So I thought I'm gonna send him an email just to his booking agency
Okay.
and try, maybe I can get him to answer some questions. And I sent him an email, and 2 weeks later he sent me an email back. Yeah, I want to do that. I was really mesmerized, because he's a really shy guy. He doesn't like to do interviews or something. That's why
Okay.
you don't see him in the media or something. But he replied to my email, send me some questions and I will answer them. So
Wow.
last week I've completed. I did a survey on the Facebook group and on the gear page.net, and I gathered some questions and I've sent it to him. So I'm waiting on his answers. So, and I hope really that we can do more of this, because now it's all gear related, but he does. I get a lot of questions about his playing, about his writing, about his producing, but because
Wow.
he did so many things. He has played over 1,000 records. Really, he was a big session player like Steve Lukather in the 80s and in the 90s.
I didn't know about. Okay. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
nice.
two
Wow.
two memorable solos is from "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You" from Michael Baldwin. That's
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
solo. And "The Whole New World," that Disney song, that's his solo. So he did a lot of things. He played for Michael Jackson on some records too. So it's
Wow.
a big session player. Yeah.
Hey, impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. So what's up? What's coming for you? What keeps you practicing or playing right now? Or I know you're in bands, but do you have
Yeah.
anything that keeps you, picking
Well,
up the guitar and
yeah. play pretty much every day, a little bit, half an hour. I try to play, and yeah.
Do you have a structured kind of practice
No.
session, or you just pick it up and no?
That's what I would tell you. What you asked me, that's what I would say to my younger me. Have a structure, have a plan when you go pick up the guitar. You know, I don't have that really, but for me, it's now I have experienced 30 years or something like that. When I pick up the guitar, there's the sound and there's the notes I want to hear, but that's just playing for so long, and not necessarily playing is studying it.
So what's the first thing you do when you pick up the guitar? Except tuning it, you know.
I don't even tune because most of my guitars stay in tune really well.
Yes, same here. My guitars, they stay in tune quite well. So what's the first thing you do?
First thing I do is play an A chord.
A chord.
In the first position.
In the first position, which is here.
Yeah.
That's an A minor. So you play.
Yeah, and just an A, just an A9. So I was playing A9. That's
I don't know what is an A9, so sorry.
Okay, no problem. But
love that comment. Love that comment here. Thanks for sharing that, guys. Very positive human interaction. We can all relate. Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about. Really.
Like I'm always saying these days, stay healthy, stay safe, stay home. And we have here Gravel Rocks, 30 years of playing, and now and all my amps are awesome. I found the secret weapon, didn't even know about it. Are you
Which is he talking about?
Yeah, and what is your secret weapon, Gravel Rocks? Tell us. Is it the katana? Let me remove this one here. Hey, it's kind of. I'm trying to do stuff with the platform. Is kind of pretty cool to. Oh, maybe Gravel will be back to us with. But yeah, so you play an A chord. I don't know. I think I play a G chord when I pick up usually, you know, the open G.
Yeah.
I think it's the first chord that I play when I pick up. Then I always do some kind of a crazy pentatonic little run, you know, just to warm up the fingers. But I'm trying to have a more structured. It's very difficult. I started about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I have my days. Some days I can pick up the guitar, be very focused, you know, and do about 30 to 45 minutes. And other days I'm like, you know, get a beer.
I remember.
And do the regular noodling. You know, noodling is so fun, you know, and feeling the strings under your fingers. I don't know if you're like me, but, you know, when I pick up a guitar, what I like the feeling, you know. And when it's loud, this is something I'm missing. And you're still playing it with a band. So you must be liking it when it's loud.
Yeah, especially when it's loud. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I quit about 4 years ago. And when I was practicing with the guys, when they were stopping, you know, to have a drink or, you know, talking or whatever, I would keep playing. And they were like, why are you still playing? You know, and then I would tell them, guys, at home, I cannot play loud. So here, you know, you're in the music room, it's loud, the vibration, the feel, you know, and everything. So.
Yeah, that's the same with me. When we go do practice with the band, we do practice for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and then we do a drink. But for me, I don't need to drink. Let's play.
Same.
Come on.
Yes. Okay, the secret weapon from Gravel Rock is the EQ and the effect loops. So
okay.
turn to the icons there. And we have Dave. Dave wants a lesson. What kind of lesson do you want, Dave?
I will give Dave a lesson when we get in the USA again later this year.
Cool. Well, you could, instead of doing the pedal demos, you could start doing lessons on your YouTube. What about lessons? No?
I don't know if I'm good enough for that. Because
you play well enough. Come on.
Yeah. I play well enough, but it's different thing to play well or to teach well, you know. I remember I've once gave a lesson to a guy who wanted to play guitar and nagged me about it. I said, okay, I'm gonna do it because I really didn't want to do it. And we did two or three lessons, and I learned him about modes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I explained to him 3 times. He didn't. He still didn't understand, and then I was fed up with it. So I don't think I'm a good teacher. But what I'm thinking about is making videos about certain techniques, or
as you're a huge fan of Lando, you could just use one of his riff or a lick.
Yeah.
Slow it down and show. I love those kinds of YouTube videos. You go there, the guy takes the time to slow down the lick. It shows where to put your fingers. This is fun. I wish we had this when I was starting.
Yeah.
You had, it was so.
You had nothing. You had the Guitar Player magazine.
Oh yeah, well I remember. Yeah, in my first when I discovered Guitar for the Practicing Musician. Do you remember Guitar?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was something. With the tabs, and each month you would wait until the new issue.
Yeah.
And, that was cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, speaking of that, these days the kids are really spoiled with the technology to learn things, because go look on YouTube, those 12-year-olds who can play mountain back and forth.
Don't get me started on this. I remember I was at NAMM. I was lucky to be at NAMM this year. And I remember I think, at the Charvel booth. And the little kid, he was about 12, 13, whatever, very young kid beside me. And he was shredding, but really shredding. And I was like, I didn't, I wanted to pick up a guitar, but I said, I can't compete with this young guy. I was like,
Yeah, that's true. And that's mainly because there's internet. These kids learn all the tutorials from YouTube they can find, and it's crazy. But it's good. It's good because sometimes you see the comments, guitar is going away or the guitar is dying. I don't know.
No. I can confirm. I was at NAMM. The guitar is not dying. And something I don't really understand was the chugging, So in some booths, you would have those guys with detuned guitars and all the time. I was like, okay, maybe I'm getting old a little bit, but I love distortion, but I was like, okay, and it's funny because I really like that modern metal. I'm very open-minded. I can listen to blues, I can listen to jazz, and I can listen. Even my kids sometimes they find my musical taste kind of very wide, and but listening, let's say a bunch of 6'5" guitars players at the same time and doing very loud in a booth, I was like, oh come on,
Yeah.
Michael has a funny reply on the. Can you see that? Yeah, when someone asks for a lesson.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. That's that's the way to do it now. But I can see your comment. Maybe I'm going to do something with that. Okay. Maybe I'm going to do something with that.
And I bet on your side, you see yourself keep playing, and even in 10, 15, 20 years, you'll still be rocking. Yeah, you'll never stop.
Yeah, why not? No.
You stop once, but you look forward.
Yeah. That period of time, like I said, it was really hectic with my work, and the band, just the whole band thing was getting me down. That's why the bands I'm now in, the bands I have formed myself, so I have control over what happens.
Yeah. We have an hello from Russia here.
Okay.
And rock on. And Dave says he likes the broadcast. Okay, thanks, Dave. Cool. So anything, while let's say, I think we did a good 60 minutes, and you told me before the interview that you would not talk much, and you were doing the show. I love it. So anything else you want to add, or?
No, not really. I think I think you should go really explore this kind of thing, because it's very nice to do, and you ask good questions, and I think it's very informative for people. And I would be honored to do another show one time if you want, and we can talk about other things, whatever.
And thanks, Richard. Richard says I do a great job. Yeah, I'm having fun. Everyone who's listening, hey, we have 13 live viewers. This is interesting.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Let's keep this up for another 5 minutes. If we have special questions for
Yeah, maybe people will ask some questions.
Yeah.
I'm open for that.
Thanks again. I CNTMPL8R. Thanks, I appreciate your comment. And if you have any questions for Eric, it's time to ask them. If not, guys, please, it's easy. Like and subscribe to my channel. And as I said, it's easy. And if you want to learn about our guest of the week, so go in the comments below the video, and all the links to Eric are there. And
Facebook.
Yeah. And if we have members from the Facebook group, or the Katana, for the blue guitar, whatever, do you manage another group except you have the blue guitar and the Katana group, but any other things?
Yeah, I do the blue guitar group, like I told, because Thomas was doing it alone and he had no time for it. So I'm helping moderating this group, but that's it. The Katana group and the blue guitar group.
Oh, hey, thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And okay, so hey, that was fun. Well, I'll get better at this, but that was very, very fun. And I'm hoping, and let's say in the coming days, we will have, my next guest would be Trent Berry. He's a friend from a few years. And he's one of our moderators on the group. He's a professional guitar player. He's in a band. He has a studio. I think he's into many things. He loves gears just like all of us, you know. Yeah. And I think it's going to be fun. Oh, we have other comments. And look, John here said thank you both. Thank you very much, John. Duke. What did he say? Hey, a live show. Great idea. Announce them ahead of time as an. The secret to not forget or not miss any of my shows is just to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be posting about them. Hey, Timon, rock and roll. You're part. You'll be part of that show. Your turn will come. And we have Duke. Love you. Thanks. Okay, this is cool. Go to scale. Hey, Jamster boy, what is this? Feels like family. Yeah. Well, the goal with that show is to make it very humble, very friendly. Well, drink beer, but mine is empty. Yeah. And you know, but I'd like to be. I'm curious. Go to scale. Go to scale. Do you have a scale you prefer, Eric?
Oh, yeah, Mixolydian.
You don't have any guitar. I'm so bad at all those names. I would ask you to play it, but okay.
Wait.
You got. Cool. This is fun. I love it. This is fun.
I don't know if you can hear it well.
Go. Just.
Can you hear it or not?
Yeah, I hear it. Go ahead.
So the Mixolydian scale is. It's the blues. It's really a blues scale. It's used in blues a lot.
Okay. You could do a video lesson on Mixolydian, whatever it's called. That would be fun.
Yeah. Okay. A good idea. I will think about that.
Yeah. And I would love to get it. Oh, that will be awesome to make a Katana gathering. Yeah. Very awesome.
That's what we did in Holland.
Yeah. That was a very great idea, and you did it just before everyone gets confined at home. So this is awesome. So hey, everyone, that was super cool. Thank you, Eric.
Okay, thank you, JB.
That was a great. We broke the ice together. I was a bit nervous at the beginning, but I think it went quite well. The interface is super easy to go through. Thank you very much for all the viewers, and yeah, see you another time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.